Hello, my name is Connor Truitt. Today I'll be talking about sense of purpose and I will be sharing with you my data analysis findings. So the two interview questions that I decided to go ahead and analyze were question 3 and question 4. Question 3 asks, instead of being told by others what your purpose in life is, have you awakened to your purpose in life by yourself? In other words, was awakening to your sense of purpose internally driven? And question 4 asks, how did you awaken to your purpose in life? What are some of the key moments, people, and factors that informed the nature of your life's purpose? For my data collection, the names of the classmates who I pulled data from are Megan Peacock, Susan Baez, Alyssa Alvarado, Katie Riley, Matthew Rodriguez, and then myself. And here you get a look at some of the background information of the various participants. I'll go over this very briefly. Participant 1 was a male, 53 years of age, has 27 years of teaching experience. Participant 2, also a male, 26 years of age, is an engineer and has 2 years of work experience. Participant 3 is a female, 26 years of age, is a counselor and has 3 years of work experience. Participant 4, also a female, is 21 years of age, a geologist and has 4 years of experience. Participant 5, also a female, is 58 years of age. She is an associate government program analysis, and she has 16 years of experience and is also retired. Participant 6, gender is undisclosed, is over 50 years of age. Was an educator, is currently retired, and has about 40 years of work experience. So now we're getting into the methods portion of this. For my methods, the first thing I did was read through each of the transcripts a few times. In the first pass of my read through of the transcripts, I first coded the data. So I just looked for basically anything that popped, anything that caught my attention, and that kind of answered the questions that were being asked. In the second pass of reading the data or reading the transcripts, I tried to organize the data into categories. So in doing that, I was really just looking for commonalities among results, among some of the coded data that I had found in my first pass. And then after doing steps 1 and step 2, coding the data and then organizing data into categories, I then developed themes based on emergent categories. So based on what I found as a result from the categories that I gathered from the data, I developed themes from there. So now you get a look at some of the results of the data analysis, starting from the top down. The theme that I determined as a result of my data collection in response to questions 3 and questions 4 was that there was a combination of internal and external factors that contributed to one's awakening to a sense of purpose in life. The 3 categories I determined based on the data were that family and role models both all contributed to one's sense of purpose. Impact and contribution, so that's basically the amount of impact one can have on their surrounding environment or how one may contribute to the community. That played a factor in one's sense of purpose. And then lastly, support and positive reinforcement. So basically what kind of support one has, and whether or not they're getting some positive feedback or positive reinforcement in validating their sense of purpose and what they're doing. So at the bottom row, the bottom tier, you just see some of the phrases, common phrases that I've found during my data collection. For example, observable behavior, family achievements, beliefs and values, whether or not one can affect change, feeling of gratification, encouragement, and support system. All right, and now we get to the answers of the questions. So again, questions 3 and questions 4, how did one awaken to a sense of purpose in life? Starting at the top, awakening to purpose in life is influenced by a multitude of factors. So one participant said that I think I started by being externally driven by the values I have that were installed from a young age, but as I became older, they became more internally driven. So maybe externally influenced, but internally driven, if that makes sense. Another participant said, I think I would say it's probably a mixture of both. I don't think you could really have one without the other. And they said that when asked about whether a sense of purpose was internally or externally driven. The other answer that I found was that people, circumstances, and events all contribute to one's sense of purpose. One participant in regards to this said, my sense of purpose was influenced by my dad, probably the most. My sister, of course, when just her going off to college and her reading books and installing another direction for us. My faith in God to stay positive, to do the right thing. Another participant said, basically, I think I've just been supported along the way instead of being held back or driven towards something else. And they said that when talking about the support of family contributing to their purpose. So lastly, to sum it all up here, what I found based on the questions that I analyzed was that a sense of purpose is developed over time and is usually the result of many culminating factors rather than one singular moment or event. And then also, typically a combination of internal and external factors contribute to the development of one's purpose in life.